Newcastles have been told they can't let Jacob Murphy leave the club this summer amid their pursuit of Anthony Elanga from Nottingham Forest. The Magpies are preparing to return to Europe's Premier Club competition next season after a fifth-placed finish in the Premier League last term, and it promises to be a busy summer window on Tyneside as a result. Eddie Howe has moved to bring in Spanish youngster Antonio Cordero, but while the club's business has been slow so far, it promises to ramp up now that the start of the new season is just 6 weeks away. Newcastle were beaten to the signing of Joao Pedro by Chelsea, while Alexander Isak has been linked to the likes of Liverpool and Arsenal, but they do look set to make a big signing soon. Former scout Mick Brown recently told Football Insider that Nottingham Forest winger Elanga wants to join the Magpies this summer, and while their first £45 million bid for his services was rejected, Sky Sports, it does look as if a move could happen in the coming weeks. The Mail have since reported that Newcastle are on the verge of having a £55 million bid for Elanga accepted by Forest, so he soon looks set to move to St James Park to take Murphy's spot as Howe's first-choice right-winger. Alex Crook, talkSPORT's chief football correspondent, revealed live on air on Friday, 4th of July, that Forest had asked for Murphy's services in exchange for Elanga's in January, after Newcastle had approached the City Ground side over a move, saying, "Murphy is an interesting one, he played a massive part in their success towards the back end of last season." When Forest and Newcastle were talking about a potential deal for Elanga late in the winter window, my understanding is that Forest actually wanted to take Murphy in part exchange. Eddie Howe put the stops on that, because he is such a fan of Murphy. Former player and current pundit Troy Deeney responded to that by urging Newcastle not to let Murphy leave this summer, despite Elanga's potential arrival, due to the fact that they are back in the Champions League and will want to have sufficient depth to compete on all fronts, stating, "With Newcastle, they can't afford to let Murphy go. You're seeing just how difficult it is for clubs to play 3 games a week, especially with European competition as well. I think there will be certain games where Elanga and Anthony Gordon have to start on the bench. They're probably going to look at it and go, if we've got Murphy and Harvey Barnes, that is a very good second in those positions." Keeping Alexander Isak is Newcastle's biggest priority this summer. While Murphy is undoubtedly a solid Premier League player who has improved a lot since he joined Newcastle back in 2017 from Norwich City, he is not as imperative to their success as Isak has been and will be in the future. Newcastle are unwilling to sell their star striker as they have no PSR concerns as it stands, and their return to the Champions League means they will want to keep hold of him regardless, but rumors of an exit have still been rife this summer. While they certainly do not need to sell him this summer, or likely the next if they once again clinch Champions League football, he will surely want to leave at some stage as he enters his prime and looks to compete for the top prizes from a team and individual standpoint. Former scout Brown recently told Football Insider that Newcastle are growing in confidence that they will reach an agreement with Alexander Isak to extend his current contract, and aside from any deals for Elanga or letting Murphy go, keeping him is their biggest priority bar none ahead of the new season.